The Palestinian Supreme Court has ruled that municipal elections will go ahead in the occupied West Bank, but not in the Gaza Strip. The court suspended elections nearly a month ago after disputes over candidate lists between the rival Fatah and Hamas parties. The election, which covers more than 400 cities and towns, had been seen as a test of whether the two sides could reconcile and run a unified administration for the Palestinian territories. Muhannad Alami has been following the story from Ramallah, and he joins us now live. Muhannad, what does it mean for the Palestinians holding this election only in the West Bank without Gaza? Can it be plausible?
Well, it means that dividing the one country more and more, making the division between Hamas and Fatah is more wider, and making the gap actually is more wider than ever. People have been expecting that the election will reunite the nation, reunite Gaza and the West Bank. Holding this election means that there is a possibility, just possibility, of holding a parliament election, presidential election, where now Hamas and Fatah didn't agree about this, and people received this news with really ironic and sarcastic. Some of them have been sarcastic about this news, that they said this is the end of what it means to the Palestinian, that to have one government, to have one rule, to rule Gaza and the West Bank. But now this hope of people have been fading out, and the people waiting to see what will happen next.
Well, what will happen next? I mean, is that any possibility of reconciliation between the two sides over with now, do you think?
Well, it doesn't look like it will happen soon. I mean, I spoke to political analysts on my way here, and they said this will make the gap is really wider between the two parties. They expect that Fatah will hold the election in the West Bank, Hamas will decide to run an election in the Gaza Strip, dividing the country more, and no solution. So it seems like the reconciliation between the two parties, reuniting the country, is really far from what the people believe. And people been pushing really President Mahmoud Abbas and Hamas in Gaza to go ahead with the reconciliation, to agree about whatever principle they have to agree of. But at the end of the day, they have to reconcile the country. But it seems like, as I said, it's far away from happening anytime soon, according to analysts. And this is making the gap really wider between the two parties.
Muhannad Alami, thank you very much indeed for joining us.